I remember the exact moment. It was 6:42 a.m. My alarm had just gone off, the same obnoxious ringtone I'd been meaning to change for months. I dragged myself out of bed, half asleep, scratching the back of my neck as I stumbled toward the bathroom. Everything about that morning felt ordinary. The cold tile under my feet. The faint hum of traffic outside. The smell of cheap coffee still lingering from yesterday. Then I flipped on the bathroom light. And froze. Because staring back at me in the mirror was a woman. My brain refused to process it at first. I blinked once. Twice. The reflection blinked too. Long lashes. Soft cheeks. Full lips parted slightly in confusion. My heart started pounding so hard it felt like my ribs might crack. No, that's not. My voice came out wrong. Higher. Softer. Almost musical. I slapped a hand over my mouth. The girl in the mirror did the same. That's when the panic hit. I leaned closer to the glass, breath fogging the mirror. The face looking back wasn't a stranger exactly, but it wasn't me either. At least, not the version of me I had known for 27 years. My hair, normally short and messy, fell in soft waves around my shoulders. My jawline was smooth and delicate instead of square. Even my eyes looked different. Bigger. Brighter. Terrified, I reached up and touched my cheek. Warm skin. Real. The reflection followed. No way, I whispered. But the mirror didn't lie. I stumbled backward, nearly tripping over the bath mat. My hands were shaking now, my pulse roaring in my ears. This had to be a dream. Or some kind of hallucination. I splashed cold water on my face and looked again. She was still there. And the worst part. Somewhere deep inside me, beneath the shock, the fear, the confusion, there was curiosity. A quiet voice whispering, "What if this is really you?" The first real problem hit me about an hour later. Clothes. Standing in my bedroom wearing nothing but an oversized t-shirt, I stared at my closet like it had betrayed me. Rows of button-down shirts. Jeans. Work slacks. Every piece designed for a body I didn't seem to have anymore. "This is ridiculous," I muttered, trying to shove my arms into my usual work shirt. The sleeves hung awkwardly. The shoulders drooped. The buttons gapped strangely across my chest. I looked like a kid playing dress-up in their dad's wardrobe. Great, I groaned. I had work in 2 hours. And my reflection was still, her. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. "Evan, work, you coming in today? Big meeting at 10. My stomach twisted. I typed back slowly. Running late. Understatement of the century. After 20 minutes of trial and error, I finally managed to assemble an outfit that was only mildly ridiculous. Dark jeans, sneakers, and a loose hoodie that hid most of the unfamiliar curves underneath. The real challenge came when I stepped outside. The hallway of my apartment building had never felt so exposed. Every footstep echoed. Every door felt like it might suddenly open. When the elevator arrived, my reflection in the metal walls made my heart race again. That girl followed me everywhere. Downstairs, the security guard barely looked up from his desk. But a couple passing through the lobby glanced at me and smiled politely. A man even held the door open. "For you," he said. I mumbled a quick thanks, my voice still startling me. The walk to the train station felt surreal. People looked at me differently. Not suspiciously. Just differently. Some glanced twice. Some didn't notice at all. But every reflection in a shop window reminded me that the person walking through the city wasn't the man I had been yesterday. By the time I reached the office building, my hands were sweating. I swiped my badge and stepped inside. The receptionist looked up. "Good morning." She stopped mid-sentence. "Can I help you?" My stomach dropped. I work here," I said. Her eyes narrowed slightly. "Name?" My mouth opened, then closed. Because the name I had used my entire life suddenly felt strange sitting behind this new face. "Alex," I finally said. She checked the computer. Then looked up again, clearly confused. "Well, Alex hasn't arrived yet." I swallowed. "I'm covering for him today." The lie slipped out before I could stop it. She hesitated, then shrugged. All right. Go ahead. I walked past the desk, heart hammering. Inside the office, whispers started almost immediately. Who's that? New hire. Did HR say anything? Evan leaned over the divider of my cubicle. He looked directly at me, smiled politely. Hey, you looking for someone? My chest tightened. Just finding my way around. He nodded casually. Cool. I'm Evan. I forced a smile. I know. That was the moment I realized something terrifying. No one recognized me. Not my co-workers. Not the receptionist. Not even my best friend at the office. To them, Alex had simply disappeared. And this girl had taken his place. That night, I locked my apartment door and leaned against it, exhausted. The day had been a blur of pretending, hiding, and dodging questions. But now, I was alone again. And the mirror in my hallway waited patiently. I walked toward it slowly. She walked toward me too. Up close, the details were even more surreal. Soft skin. High cheekbones. Eyes that seemed more expressive than mine had ever been. My fingers hovered near my hair, then slowly brushed through it. Silky. Real. A strange thrill ran through me. I shouldn't have felt it. But I did. I opened my closet again. Rows of men's clothes stared back. Then my gaze drifted to a small box on the top shelf. I had bought it months ago during a late-night online shopping spree I never intended to explain. Inside, a simple black dress. I had told myself it was a joke purchase. A curiosity. Something I'd never actually wear. My heart started beating faster as I pulled it out. The fabric felt soft between my fingers. Just to see, I whispered. Minutes later, I stood in front of the mirror again. The dress fit perfectly. Too perfectly. The way the fabric hugged my waist. The way the skirt fell against my legs. It felt natural. Dangerously natural. I turned sideways, studying the silhouette. A nervous laugh escaped me. Well, that's new. Next came the makeup. Another box. Another joke purchase. Foundation. Mascara. Lip gloss. My hands shook as I tried applying them, clumsily following half-remembered tutorials from videos I had watched out of curiosity. It wasn't perfect. Not even close. But when I stepped back, the girl in the mirror looked real. Not like a disguise. Not like a costume.